You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets.
And we want to thank you for being here this morning. This is the first ex-offender workshop that we're having. Father, it doesn't matter the mistakes we've done in life. It doesn't matter where we've been in life. You still love us, and you still have a purpose for us. And I thank you for everybody here this morning.
I'm delighted to be here with you guys. Most importantly, the ex-offender program has been an exciting project for us. Since it was brought to our attention by Rob and Lucinda Boyd, we have just been collaborating, trying to figure out what can we do to bring resources to the individuals that are coming out of the Department of Correction system, but most importantly, how can we be utilized as an instrument so that we can get resources and put you back into an employment situation?
I had to build a database. I had to build all my tracking forms. I'm under a United Way grant, so I have numbers I have to meet at a certain amount of time throughout the year. I now work with over 1,000 job seekers. 1,000. I work with people from Surprise all the way to Sierra Vista, across Maricopa County. I work with youth, 14 on up. I work with folks who have no education to folks who have PhDs.
I just want to say I thank God for giving me a chance to do a lot of great things in my life. I was raised and born in the city of Detroit, Michigan, and got involved with selling drugs and gang banging at the age of 10 years old. I did that for a very long time in my life until the change struck me. You know, I wanted to stop hurting my mother. That was my motivation to change my life and do the right thing. And years later, I met my lovely wife right here when I did my first book, The Streets Will Love You Back, in 2008. But the people who did my book messed my book up. So in 2009, I met her, and the rest is history. She edited my book, The Streets Will Love You Back. We became friends. 8 months later, I married her. 6 years later, we run a major organization across the country. I built our organization up in 150 prisons across the country, fed and state men and women. And my goal is to continue helping men and women get jobs, get back in the community, and I'm well connected with a lot of different people. And I just want to thank all of you for always supporting everything we do all year round. And I give the mic to my wife. Thank you.
My story on the is a little bit different. I grew up, in a what you would think is normal family. Went to church every Sunday, I'm the oldest of 8. And my path could have went down the wrong road, and it did at times. But I was abused as a young girl by several people, and so I had a lot of low self-esteem. And the day after 8th grade graduation, some of my friends all had a party at the lake, and that was my first time drinking beer. And so from 13 years old on, I drank, and it was a way to escape everything. And I was in high school, I graduated, I was a cheerleader, I was in the FFA, I was in any program I could get in, but I was looking for attention, looking for the wrong attention after high school. So coming from a woman's perspective, I know what it's like to be on that end of it. And I've made a lot of bad mistakes, a lot of bad choices, and most of them were under the influence of alcohol. So I can tell you that that's what can really hurt us out here. So I thank God that He pulled me through all those situations. I was able to go back to school after I had 4 kids, and I became a registered nurse because I knew that I had to take care of myself and my kids. And I graduated with honors. And since then, my life has taken a different turn. I met Rob, we became friends, like he said. He told me, "You're going to be my wife." I said, "No, I'm not." And he's like, "God already spoke to me." And I said, "Yeah, right." So, we got married. He didn't give up. He didn't give up. But we started the organization just from his book. We decided, you've gone through all of this, and I've gone through all of this. We need to be able to reach out to youth and educate and tell them, all the mistakes that we made and that they're not worth it. And let's go out and educate the youth against the dangers of gangs, drugs, violence, and
Don't ever, ever, ever lose hope.
That's the one thing I wanted to bring and tell you guys, is that do not lose hope, do not lose confidence in yourself and who you are and what you can do. No one else's milestones mean anything to anyone but you. And your milestone can be getting up in the morning and going volunteering for an hour. It can be getting a job making $100,000 a year. It can be working McDonald's for $7 an hour. At the end of the day, as long as you're happy and you're doing what you need to do to support yourself, that's all that matters.
Oh, we on our way. I ain't really thinking about the past. I'm focused, I just want to get this cash. We on our way. I ain't trying to grab a piece. Keep the peace, my people, why beef? We on our way. I done had some bad in my life. I'm focused, I'm just trying to get it right. We on our way.
When I seen that, Rob Boyd, I had a lot in common with him. You know, I come from the streets just like him. I grew up in the Midwest too. I was raised around the drug dealing and violence and things like that. Lost a lot of family members at a young age. And before, you know, I kind of just succumbed to it. I was just a part of it. So I didn't like really think of it no kind of way until recently. And now, trying to change my life is more of something I can reflect on and just appreciative and just doing everything that I can to raise my own children to make sure that they don't have to grow up like that. And I don't want to focus on my past. I just want to focus on continuing to help the movement build. And I see it building all the time. Even since the 1 year that I've been on, I see how people are attracted to, you know, something that's positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be something different, you can't be affiliated or doing the same things that you was doing in the past, because that's all you're going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So
We like to appreciate people for doing good things. So, Pretty, this is an award for you for participating in today's workshop and coming up and publicly speaking at your testimony.
I was kind of scared. I was just saying, like, I don't think I got this many awards since I was in like 3rd grade or something.
Thank you. We love the song. You just made a song like a week ago.
I'm not prepared at all for this, but I want to thank Rob. I want to thank his wife. I want to thank all of you guys for, you know, good feedback with the song. I'm a complete supporter of The Streets Don't Let You Back. So. Oh, and by the way, I want to thank Mark Montgomery. You know, he really helped put this together. Yeah.
Mark Montgomery and Hey Maricopa TV. Just awesome with social media, and he's just awesome fun dude to hang around with. He's a rapper. Thank you so much.
Turned into one of the most amazing educational experiences for me in my life. I'm out feeding the homeless. I'm out giving backpacks away to kids. I'm doing all kinds of great things that I've never done before I met Rob and Lucinda, because I was all about myself. I was all about marketing, what's in it for me. And now it's turned into something much more special that I can't completely define, but I just want to continue the voyage, and I say thank you to both Lucinda and Rob for letting me feel part of their lives.
We met Gail and Pastor Raul probably about 6 or 7, 8 months ago, I'm not sure. And we were having a homeless feed, and Brother Gil saw a flyer on Facebook and he reached out to us. And we had a meeting like 2 days later. And we just, you know, connected, and we've been working together on a lot of really cool things like this event. And this event couldn't have happened without Gil Bivens and Pastor Raul. So we're really, really appreciative of you guys and your friendship and all your help. And we present this to you.
Thank you. Thank you for this awesome award, guys. Lucinda and Rob have just been phenomenal for our community. When we first met Lucinda, we were just getting into the community, reaching out to the community to also feed the homeless. But we hit the lottery when we met Robert and Lucinda. They opened up the door to really teach us how to work with the community, but most importantly, how to respect that community. We realize that the severity of the need out in the streets, but most importantly, we later learned that Lucinda and Robert have been doing this for so many years that we took a back seat and have just been following them and working with them and enhancing what they already have. So, you know, it's sad, you know, we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. We just jumped on the bus with them, and it's been a phenomenal experience. Thank you, guys.
We'd like to appreciate people for what they do. What you did today, giving your time to spend a whole day with us for free and share her knowledge. Isn't that awesome? Yeah.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity. Please, please remember to reach out to me. I'll be happy to assist you beyond today. All right, thank you. Thank you all for all you do. Thank you.
You missed us before a little bit. I said we couldn't do this ex-offender workshop without Brother Gil and you.
Right.
This is his little parish where he has his church services on Sundays, and he's offered it to us for things like this. So we really appreciate him, and we're giving him the certificate of appreciation today for participating today in the Streets Don't Let You Back ex-offender workshop.
This afternoon, and hopefully there was a benefit of help to you guys. Just remember one thing: God is a God of opportunities. You know, it doesn't matter what has happened in our life. It doesn't matter how bad we've messed up. God is always willing to open up a new door for each and every one of us. Okay.
When you get convicted of a felony, you lose certain rights. The most important right that I believe is you lose your right to vote. You lose your right to be on the jury. You lose your right to hold any public office. And less important to me, but it seems to be really important to a lot of my clients, is you lose the right to bear arms. Getting your rights back is fairly simple for the right to vote, the right to be on the jury, and the right to run for office again. It's more difficult to get your right to bear arms back. That requires a whole different application. When you're ready to, and this is only after you're completely done with your probation, paid off your fines, you've done everything you're supposed to. If you want to try and get your rights back and have a felony set aside, you have to apply to the judge that.
So I want to talk a little bit about, you had a great question. What's your name?
Tim.
Tim, you had a question about experience, right? And how do you get that experience? One of the things that I always encourage young people when I'm talking to them is to go out and volunteer. Volunteer, go to projects. When they have big events, help organize the events, help send out the invitations, help do those things. Because those show organizational skills, those things show follow-up, those things show time management. And those are all things that you can talk about even if you don't have that direct work experience. So that's really important to do that.
But the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. You can love the streets, but the streets don't love you back. A lot of homies dead and gone.